I did it to myself, guys. I said 1. All right, so we're back with Terra Nullius. I was just going to say, like, season... For some reason, literally the words I was about to say was, welcome back to Terra Nullius Season 5. I don't know why I was going to say that.
Getting a little ahead of yourself there.
No idea why. We're here, Season 3.
In Season 5, we'll all become gods.
Yeah, episode 31.
The world is not going to exist by Season 5.
We're going to call Season 5 Mormonism. No, okay, so... Because, it's the plurality of God's whole thing. Anyway,
let's move on.
So, you wake up on the morning of New Year's Eve in 1492, the very last day of 1492.
Oh my gosh, we're going to 1493 now.
1493, guys.
Wow.
Guys, it's been like 2 months.
It has been like 2 months in game. Yeah. Much longer than that out of game, but yeah, so you guys wake up and it is a normal day. What y'all want to do? I guess maybe starting off, Toity, is there anything you want to do? Because you haven't done anything at all this session so far.
What is there to do? I've been searching for Itokali's sister and we haven't exactly found them yet.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
I've been doing my darndest to help.
All right. Just making sure there wasn't any conversation you wanted to have or any interaction.
Found empty villages.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Just making
So
sure.
he's probably just very frustrated. Like, what the heck?
I mean, ooh, I'm wondering something now. Is there something I can do? I'm looking at notes from last week.
Okay. I just feel bad because I feel like everyone else has had some sort of climactic thing happen, and Toity's just been like, "All right, hello everyone."
But I'll try something. I don't know if this will work.
Okay.
Or if this will be a smart idea. But we'll try it. Probably on my watch, I'll pull out the Ion Stone.
Okay, sounds good. Cool.
And like, I think I'll just like, it got him to talk last time, so I'll just like throw it. Actually, I'll make it. I'll cast light on the Ion Stone. I don't want to waste spell slots.
Okay. Yeah. It glows. Seems to be the only thing that happens.
I'm like,
Toity, turn that off.
I mean, it's in my hands. You guys, I'm like, hello.
Are you saying this out loud or in your mind?
Probably like quietly whisper, like, hello.
I really don't understand why you keep doing that.
So I'm thinking like, sorry, it got you to talk last time.
Well, that's not why I'm talking.
Oh.
No,
Okay,
that was
that
just
makes
a coincidence.
Okay, my bad. This is all in my head now, also. Do you know where we are?
You are in the Yelotli Basin, if I am correct.
Well, yes, but we're looking for some fire genasi people. You wouldn't happen to know the location of any, would you? You seem to be from this area, I take it.
That is true. I am from a very primordial version of the Yelotli Basin, of course, but I am familiar with it. Would you like some help, Toity?
Finding fire genasi.
Of course.
Finding Tlakanoli, I guess is what the word is.
Of course. And I guess make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
You know, your most favorite thing in the world to do.
Frick!
Oh,
no.
awesome. Okay, cool. Toity gets possessed.
Oh, great.
So what we see is the classic, like, eyes roll back in his head sort of a thing, right? And suddenly
Toity, I'm trying to sleep. Toity's getting possessed.
Toity's eyes just roll back in his head, and then he just, like, stands up. And we just see this little halfling just kind of, like, completely white pupils just kind of, like, walk out of the... I guess he doesn't walk out of the hut because it would remove the hut.
Spell it.
I think he just kind of, like, stands up and kind of, like, puts his hand on his hips, and kind of, like,
That's the Macarena.
Looks around. No, he doesn't do that. He kind of, like, looks around, and he starts ruffling through your things, Toity.
I was going to say, not my things.
No,
Get out of
he
there.
was ruffling through his own things. Toity's
Get out
things.
of there.
Kind of going through. What do you have on you? What kind of interesting things do you have?
Question. I mean, let's see. I don't. The only thing I think I don't have on me that I would. That's on my character sheet is my bagpipes. I mean, actually, no. I probably don't have the stone tablet with me because. Yeah, I mean, I probably gave that to Yumchikup's sister. So I'm gonna put that as a 0, but keep it on my inventory as remembrance.
Sure.
So I have an entertainer's pack, leather armor, pan flute, torch, tinderbox, rations.
Yeah.
So actually, probably don't have my rations anymore. Light crossbow, crossbow bolts, brass crown, rod of ruling, cape of genasi kind.
Of course, the ion stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I recommend that you guys keep your rations in case I die, because if I die, you guys are screwed.
I mainly
I
just
can
I don't
make
think my
food.
rations are good anymore.
I don't think they last
I mean, that's true.
all that long. But they last long. They're supposed to, but you know.
Unless they're like
Eventually.
it's
It's like jerky and stuff. That's what it is. So it lasts a while, but not like indefinitely. So
Yeah, which just to point out, if Ari does die, I can create food and purify food.
yeah. But if Raya and Ari die, y'all gotta starve in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
True. So what we see, right, is the Ioun stone starts revolving around Toity's head because he just kind of like lets go of it and just starts like going around his head. He starts like ruffling through his things. He pulls out the rod of rulership, kind of like gives it a once over, and I think we see here Toity just chuckle to himself. He's like ha ha ha, and put it back. And then he picks up the brass crown, kind of like twirls it around in his hand a little bit, puts it back in, and then he kind of like looks at the cape a bit. Kind of like looks it up and down. Interesting. Puts it back in his pack.
Well, I probably have the cape on.
Yeah, I guess he just kind of like feels it and like looks at it like while it's on you, right? And then I think this is what he does. He grabs some probably like the little flint from the tinderbox that you have, and with the like or no, probably I'm trying to think of what some sort of writing utensil.
What's the entertainer's pack have?
That's what I'm wondering.
I'll see.
Oh, I have it here. A backpack, a bedroll, 2 costumes, 5 candles, 5 days of rations, a water skin, and a disguise kit.
Maybe you could write something with the disguise. No, what's the disguise kit have? Though?
Yeah, I mean, it might have makeup stuff actually. So.
Pouch of cosmetics, hair dye, and small props so that you create disguises and change your physical appearance.
So he grabs like some mascara basically or whatever, right? Like something equivalent to that, some makeup, some cosmetics. And he just like uses a little bit of it to make a little sigil on the ground. It's like a Mesoamerican glyph of some sort. It's like iconography. So it looks almost like a hieroglyphic. So it's obviously supposed to be something. It's obviously a jaguar. And he just kind of puts this sigil underneath. I think he pulls aside your bedroll and like writes it does this glyph underneath your bedroll. And then
I'm seeing all this happening?
No, you're not aware of anything that's happening right now.
Okay.
And then he puts the bedroll back over top of the sigil. And then he goes back into the spot that you were sitting at, and then he unpossesses you, and you have no memory of anything that just happened. And so he says, oh, well there. That should work.
What should work?
You'll see.
I don't like the sounds of that.
Oh, no, it's nothing bad, I promise you.
Still don't like the sounds of that.
Yes, like I still don't like. I don't know. The thing is, like, I don't know. Toity doesn't know that this just happens. Like, how am I supposed to know that's the truth?
I guess you'll have to find out, won't you? You can throw away the stone at any time, Toity. I'm not forcing you to anything.
Do I notice it's twirling around my head, or is it still on my head?
No, it wasn't twirling around your head when he unpossessed you. Yeah. He put it
Okay.
back in his head.
Let's just hope I can trust you then. But I've learned to trust others. That
I promise.
scared me.
You can trust me.
Oh boy.
I'm a little worried. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit there. Like very like paranoid at this point, like not sure what to do. Like just keeping my eye out around, making sure like nothing's about to jump. Because we just saw dragons. I'm like, what's gonna come now?
Yeah. So Toity, you start to feel really sleepy as your watch is like halfway finished. And you think to yourself, you're like, you know, do I really need to finish the whole watch? Like, we're in the tiny hut. It's probably not that big of a deal. I could probably just go to sleep.
I'm going to reinforce the tiny hut. I'm going to reinforce the tiny hut. I'm going to expend a spell slot to make sure it happens within a minute, because I can't wait 10. I'm going to use a spell slot to make the tiny hut essentially again over the original one.
Right.
So it's another 8
Sure.
hours.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you do that and you just go to sleep?
Well, like, do I go to sleep, or does it like just...
I mean, do you start to go to sleep? Do you like go back?
Does it overtake me, I guess, is my question.
Well, also, wouldn't we all be waking up because Toity's last watch?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like halfway through his watch.
I want to make a roll because Toity wouldn't want to fall asleep.
Yeah, sure.
What would I roll?
Probably wisdom save still.
I'm sorry, guys. This was a bad idea. I wanted to find the genasi.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough with 11. So,
well, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a save. And Darius is nearby.
does it happen when you're asleep though? Like what's
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm trying to
stipulation
figure
on
out right now.
it? Is aura protection?
Oh, I have to be conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
are
think
not
what
conscious.
happens is Toity's trying to stay awake. He's like,
Yeah, and you just eventually fall asleep. And then we get a really weird, bizarro dream sequence.
oh no,
So-
oh no.
Have you guys watched Prince of Egypt?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
man, okay, so Seth can't
Such a good
understand the... So it's like the hieroglyphic scene from Prince of Egypt, right? So suddenly
Mm-hmm.
Toity is on, like, some sort of wall, and he is a hieroglyphic. We see this, like, weird, like hieroglyphic of Toity, and he's, like, among all of this other, like, iconography on this, like, wall of a temple somewhere. And we see him, like, with dramatic music playing in the background, we see him, like, walk through this iconography as if he can, like, walk on the wall, right? He's a 2D figure now. And he just goes
Super
around.
Mario.
Yeah, you're like, it's like Super Mario, like you're doing a platformer, like going on right now. And you see the scene, you like walk through the whole scene. You see, basically it's like a treasure map on the wall, really, is what it is. And you basically like you walk through this, and it's an iconography of like the map of the Yolotli Basin. You see like figures for like you see like big giants, you see genasi, you see snake people, like all kind of in their places in the Yolotli Basin, and you won't remember any of it, and except for where the path is leading on this treasure map and the X that marks the spot. The X that marks the spot, of course, is I'm gonna reveal this on your map here. There's a place right over here. Right there. That reveals on your map,
Wait.
and when you get to it on the wall, on this iconographical wall, you see like a stylized fortress. It's like overgrown. You see genasi there. It's very similar to the thing we saw at the very beginning of the
Guys, we need to go
session.
south.
What?
And
Wait, sorry. Say that again. We see what?
you see basically a stylized version of the fortress we saw at the beginning of the session.
Oh my gosh.
And then the dream is over, and you wake up in a cold sweat, and definitely all your friends are around you like, why did you fall asleep? It was your watch. Right, it's that sort of situation.
Give me a second. I'm writing all this down.
Yeah, sure.
Toity, what the heck?
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened.
I mean, he was sleeping. That's what
I
just
think-
happened. That's what y'all see.
No, like, I don't. What do you guys say to that? Like I said,
He seems obviously distressed, like he woke up from a nightmare or something.
I'm just
Oh.
like arms folded, like
Was the nightmare already killing you for sleep on your watch?
No, okay, okay. Let me. Does Darius gonna say anything?
I'm trying to think of what Darius like.
How he would respond.
I think okay. Yeah, okay. I think I know. So, I think Darius is like probably like down in front of both of them. But they're like standing over him because they're taller, obviously.
Mhm.
So I think Darius is just kind of like, "Are you okay?" Because you were kind of supposed to be, awake.
I don't know what happened. All I know is, I kind of think back to him like I probably shouldn't tell him what I was really doing. Like, all I know is I was on the watch, and maybe yesterday must have just really gotten to me with waking up in the middle of the night with whatever things that Darius saw, and it just all of a sudden I just felt exhausted and so tired, and I felt I was fighting as hard as I could to keep my eyes open, but to make sure, as you can see, I reinforced the tiny hut. Look, we're safe. We were fine anyway. But I tried to.
Toity,
I-
you know that if you're ever feeling extra tired, all you have to do is let one of us know. Let me know. I can take a couple extra hours for the watch.
I know. It's just I thought I could fight off the sleepiness, but oh my gosh, it was bad. I'm just trying to think like, but I'm trying to think of like how to say like what is like. I had the strangest, weirdest dream.
care to share?
I don't know because it seems a little odd. But,
Toity, what about this expedition isn't odd? It's just,
Fair point.
you seem like you want to say it, so just say it.
I have a
I'm
feeling
not gonna care, but you want to say it, so.
I have a feeling we're gonna have a better better time finding the cult of the dying flame if we go south.
How are you gonna explain this? I had a prophetic vision.
What, did just like your god come down and like tell you, oh, you're supposed to go down south?
Maybe, I have no idea.
You see
Darius-
Dragonborn Jesus in heaven saying, I didn't have anything to do with this.
Look, just
Maybe you should have.
look. I had
Jeez.
a
Can I
dream.
roll insight to see about all of this?
Yeah, like what's going on with Toity? Why is that so weird?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
my gosh,
God.
Raya.
I am
Um,
looking in.
So, Toity,
innermost
I'm
thoughts,
trying to
Toity.
think of what a crit success on this situation would tell Raya.
I'm
A
wondering
demon
too.
possessed you and you know exactly where to
Well,
go.
you can't know that, right?
Could
But,
it be
like,
that Toity's like fidgeting around unknowingly with the
that's what
Ion
I'm
Stone?
thinking. I think he's involuntarily fiddling with the Ion Stone, and Raya, you're getting major Gollum vibes off of this whole situation.
I go to grab it and like snatch it and be like, Toity,
I mean,
What are
yeah,
you
you
doing
don't want
with
that to
this?
happen to you.
I was like, sorry, I'm fidgeting with. I don't know what just happened.
Toity, I can tell that you're not telling us everything. You're not fooling me.
Am I? I don't think I'd have to roll really well
That
for that.
crit
have to
success
roll,
on
like-
the insight. I mean, yeah, you would have to get a crit success on yours probably. You can
And-
roll deception, I guess, because that's technically if you're actually trying to get her to not understand something.
Oh, I only have a 5. Can I roll persuasion to convince her that it's not a problem?
Mm,
I think that's
Up
up
to
to
Emily, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not into all this funny business anymore. Raya's not playing after what happened.
I ain't
Like,
Wait, so
I don't know if I can be convinced. Like, I feel like if you rolled a crit on something, maybe I'd be like, okay, Toity, but like, I know you're lying. And I will find out what it is, but I can drop it.
Well, and do you say like you're lying? There's something you're not telling us.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You can't hide it from me. I know you're not telling us everything.
I think Darius kind of pipes in like, Toity, did you said that you might have had some sort of. You think maybe it was a vision?
It seemed like it.
Toity, remember our
Darius,
conversation from a couple days ago?
Look, you guys know me. I admit that I was wrong with Mesnin, okay? I admit that.
If you put the party in danger again, I swear to all the gods that I don't
believe it.
You think I want to put the party in danger? If I put you in danger, I put me in danger.
Yeah, so Darius, you should follow. I think Darius has a point here that I think is
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have also had visions since I've been here.
This just sounds ridiculous when it's out loud like this.
Yeah.
I also have prophetic visions.
Well, so I think Darius like puts up his hand and says, "Hold on. Toity's not the only one that's been having visions."
See,
it's like a freaking AA meeting right now. Like, hello, my name is
name's
Toity,
Toity, and
and I have prophetic
I suffer from visions. Ari's just like, this is why you don't follow gods. You just get these weird things.
Yeah, it's never good. It's never good.
Never good.
Toity.
I mean, yeah, you're the only one here who doesn't have weird prophetic visions of some sort.
I mean, it's true.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
I mean, honestly, the cape didn't stick around long enough for it to start talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the cape ever would have started
No, I
talking.
don't think it would have. But
Okay, I just kind of go, I don't care how many of you have been having visions. What's going on with that stone, Toity?
I don't know. It seems to be amplifying my magic. Maybe it did something to show me what. Actually, give me a second. Let me check my spells.
okay, so I definitely think you're gonna have to roll a deception there because you are intentionally misleading her about what is going on with the stone. It's not a lie necessarily, but it is a half.
But it is deceiving.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. You're seeing through this bull crap.
Can I roll one too?
Yeah, sure.
I want to roll insight. Nope. I'm just like, okay, sure.
I mean, who do you're the lady
I mean,
who
who
said
am I to
magic
say?
exactly when you cast your spells. So
Toity, are the visions related to the stone?
Seems to be. It's like it's talking to me. It's strange.
okay, I mean, yeah, he's getting more towards the truth, Raya, with that statement.
Okay.
You said it talks to you?
So Raya, did you ever did you see the Ion Stone before it turned black?
I think we all did when
We
it was
all did,
circling
yeah.
You
around
did.
his head.
Floating
Okay,
around his
so
head.
maybe that
Floating around
comes
his
to your mind now. You're like, wait a second, it wasn't black before.
Toity, what happened to the stone? That's not what it looks like before.
It didn't look like much before.
It's also like a weird jagged crystal shard now, and it wasn't like that before.
Well, no, because
Toity,
it's changed shapes a lot at
It
this
has,
point.
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's changed shapes a lot. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
and
but
we
at
killed
what
the
point did it start talking to you?
Around the same point right before we died.
Which time?
It was right when it got us out of the
Staircase.
staircase, yeah.
So what kind of things has it been saying?
It asked me what it wanted. Oh, sorry, give me a second. It asked me what I wanted help with when it brought us in, when it amplified my dimension door.
It's a very helpful spirit. It's
Seems to be.
Casper, the friendly ghost.
It asked me what It asked me what I wanted help with. What I wanted help with when I'm trying to think how it works. It asked me what I wanted help with when you tried to use it to bring my dimension door to further help us all.
Yeah, that's true.
Did
right?
it?
Like there was a whole situation where you guys were gonna die, and this happened.
Look,
Still unsure as to how it happened.
if it wasn't for it, we'd be all dead right now.
Yeah,
Seems to be
maybe
helpful.
that would have been better.
What?
What? Like turned to Ryan. I'm like, what?
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm going through my goth phase right now.
Look, I don't know what you're going through right now,
I've been
but I
listening
know
to
this is
Evanescence on
helpful.
repeat, so
I
it's
think
just taking some time here
Darius,
to.
Darius kind of like says under his breath, "If only it were that easy."
Look. All I'm saying,
I'm seeing dark real quick.
all I'm saying is it helped us once. We don't know which way to go anyway. Maybe it's showing us. We don't have any other leads.
Fine. Let's go south then.
Raya, do you have any thoughts about that?
We can go south, but Toity, don't try lying to me again.
I will know.
Sorry,
Toity?
I just don't exactly know what the truth is at the moment.
I think, like, as we're packing up and as like we're getting ready to go, I think as a ritual, Darius. Do I have to prepare a spell to cast it as a ritual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to have it.
It just doesn't count as a spell slot, but you have to have it prepared.
I would like to pull Raya aside real quick and just be like, listen, the moment you want me to kill him, please just let me know.
Oh,
Dang,
wow.
guys!
Wow.
I'm serious. If he's going to put you in danger, I don't want him around.
Well, this is.
I feel so loved. Now everyone wants to kill my characters.
But this is what Artie would do because she's like,
Yeah, no,
I've
that makes
already
sense.
warned him not to put
Yeah.
us in danger, and it kind of feels like you're doing that again.
I
wasn't
don't think it's
trying
got.
to. I was trying to help.
But you're lying, though, is the problem. And
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it's gotten to that point yet, but
well, if it ever does, let me know. I'll leave it at that.
I think Darius kind of as they're kind of doing that. Darius kind of pulls Toity aside. I'm going to see if I can find out what's going on in this stone.
Eh?
And I'm going to ritually shush phone. I'm going to ritually cast detect magic.
Okay.
I think it's pretty apparent there's magic in there.
Yeah.
Yes,
but we
I
can
know-
find out what kind of magic.
Yeah.
Oh, it says what kind of magic it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good question. All of them?
Well, it seems to be able to scribe. Well, no, just know a map.
Yeah. It's like all of them, Darius. This thing is supercharged.
And then before we go, I just kind of like look at Raya and I'm like, Raya, are you doing okay since yesterday? I'm
we see
sorry.
Raya like applying eyeliner. Like, just
Like,
Wait, let me get it extra thick so when I cry, it has.
it just
Moisture.
black all the way down.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry if I like made you
It
go.
wasn't. It wasn't you. Just drop it.
Okay.
I think Darius says to Toity, I don't know what you did to this thing or what happened to it, but it's everything. And he kind of just like I imagine like Darius is probably maybe like touched it or maybe held
Yeah.
it there for a second and he just like kind of shoved it back in his hand. Good luck.
I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
The
Wait,
only
what?
other magic item you ever come across that has all the magic is
The
orb.
Oh. Okay. I thought, wait, it had every magic? I thought it only had some of them.
That's what Darius is sensing. All
Oh,
types
okay.
of magic
I-
on this stone.
I mean,
No, but I didn't think the orb had all types of magic on it, did it?
I think it does.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I thought it only had a few when we first saw it. I thought it was like 3.
Maybe.
Am I?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll let
but-
you know. I have it written down.
I have it written down somewhere too.
I mean, it's possible that you did detect less on it originally, but now, at the very least now that Raya has it, it has all of them.
Let's see. When I detected originally, it had illusion, enchantment, transmutation, and necromancy.
Yeah, it now has all of them. Yeah.
So.
All right, let's go south then.
the only magic items that we've come into contact that I know have had all the magic in them is the orb, which we know is incredibly powerful and extremely dangerous, and this stone, which we know nothing about. All I want to say is be careful, because even if it doesn't get us killed, it might get you killed.
You think I'm not trying to be careful? I am the feeblest. I can be the feeblest around here at times. I'm trying to keep myself alive as much as I'm trying to keep you guys alive.
But you don't have to do that on your own.
I know, which is why I want to keep you guys around. Darius, you're big. You take a hit, you can take it. I take hit, I go down. You think I want harm to happen to you guys? Far from it.
Toity, do you think that hold on, how am I gonna say this? Toity, I don't think that you want harm to come to us.
What?
Toity, you know how I feel about snakes, right?
Yes? You don't like them, right?
Right. And you decided that it would be a good idea to bring Mesnin.
Well, to be fair, we all thought it would be good to have a guide.
A guide.
I never said that.
We came to a consensus, obviously, if we did it.
I wanted him gone the moment we got on the mainland.
He proved useful.
I don't think Ari verbalized that, at least. Not at the beginning. She may have felt it, but I don't think she
No, I
verbalized
mean,
it.
no.
Um,
But I mean, she couldn't have told him scram. Like, I mean, I guess she could have just
She could. I mean, yeah.
pulled an arrow out
Yeah,
of
that's
him.
true. Yeah, you could have just shot him on the beach the first time.
But
Toity.
Toity seemed to think he was useful, so I was like, okay, I guess. And Rye didn't say otherwise, so it's fine.
Toity, I trust you. And Darius pulls the figure of Toity out and gives it to him.
Aww.
Understand that I trust them too.
Look, I'm just saying we need some sort of direction right now. We don't have any. If this is going to give us some sort of direction, we might as well go with it and see where it takes us. If it takes us in the wrong direction, fine, I'll admit it. But right now, we don't really have any other leads.
I agree. That's why I'm trusting you with this.
Okay. We should get going then.
South.
Okay.
Hello.
So it is New Year's Eve, and y'all go south.
Woo.
Raya's like, yeah, glass of champagne, so excited.
Do I get my New Year's Eve kiss?
I mean, it's not midnight yet.
I've never gotten one before.
Ari hasn't, yeah.
I thought that was
Ari
something
hasn't.
before.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have.
Yeah, I assumed. Cool. Yeah. So you guys head down. Are you any other like normal things happening? Like you guys still looking for genasi villages, or are you just gonna like
Yep.
move forward like quickly? or stealthily. You are definitely getting closer to the. Yeah, basically. My question is, how are you approaching now? Are you continuing to investigate like you were, or are you going to go quick, or are you going to go slow? Going to go stealthy?
I'm probably not as intent on investigating anymore. I'm probably like, I know where
is, though, like as much as like she just doesn't really trust this vision.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Neither do I.
I think like she's still gonna make survival rolls to like see if she can find anything. And I mean, worst comes to worst, like they investigate real quick and it's another empty village, whatever, or they find a village that can help verify the information we have.
Do I like mark it on the map like where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, no, but like I say like it's supposed to be here.
Yep.
Okay, I would like to make another survival roll to like find.
Sure, of course.
Actually, I'll probably help with this then if it proves my point.
Or Mickey can just help me. Mickey can just continuously give the advantage on everything.
It's
true. Mickey and
well, I'm sorry. There needs to be some ring exchanges if that's how this relationship is gonna work.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, if he wants to be with me, he better help me.
He's just not ready for that kind of a commitment. No, it's really fine.
That kind of a commitment.
No.
That.
I actually think that's false. I think Miggy's ready.
No, Miggy's ready. Ari would not be ready.
I'm like,
I know. I'm just kidding.
You got to convince me first. Okay. Yeah. So can I make it with advantage?
Yeah, of course.
14.
Okay. Yeah. So, what you find, is this being done stealthily or is it just kind of like an investigation?
So my question is, do I find footprints? Is that what I find? Because that would depend. Like if I find, because what I imagine, right, is that the moment I find traces of like life, I cast pass without trace on us. Like as soon as we get close.
Yeah. I think what you find, you find traces of nearby settlement. I think you find like a discarded piece of clothing or something like that. And you're just like, okay, wait a second. And you're like, okay, here's some tracks, and it looks like sandals like genasi might wear, and it's unsure. It's unsure as to it could be a yuan because some of them are bipedal, but it's unsure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to say we cast pass without trace, which makes sense. We did that I think the second episode when we went into the first original village.
Yeah.
We snuck up on them.
Yep.
So, I mean, we went in and helped them eventually, but just that way we have the upper hand.
Yeah, sure.
So everybody rolls stealth checks with +10.
Do it.
I'm probably gonna put away my cape.
31 for our
31. I'm so stealthy.
26. Wow, that was
20.
Wasn't that bad.
Oh, 20, right? Because you have disadvantage. Yeah.
I was waiting for Jordan.
Make one for Miggy as well.
You right.
Oh, no. 12.
So 12 is
Gosh,
our...
dang it, Jordan.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, Mickey's so stealthy. I'm so proud of him. He's doing better than me.
He
I'm like,
is.
wow.
He's very stealthy.
Are you proud of him? Is he even here?
Huh? Is
Are
he
you
what?
proud of him?
No,
Is
because
he even here?
Emily's
He's
running
stealth
joke has
away.
been
Oh,
like,
right.
oh yeah, Mickey's with
No,
us.
Where's my boyfriend?
No,
I'm
because he's
saying
really.
this time is because he's so stealthy.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you don't even
He's
see
even
him.
stealth-
He's ninja vanishes.
He's even stealthier than her.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
know he is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a 12, unfortunately, though.
I've put away the cape.
I mean, 12 is people's passive perception is sometimes lower than 12 sometimes.
Sometimes.
Should I roll for Akashi, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead.
And do I also roll for another flower? Oh man, Akashi.
So close.
So much.
Yeah, you could roll for another flower too. Yeah. God, he's not doing so hot.
No.
It's all them
poor gosh.
zombies. He's been doing too much bone breaking to get into his scholarly studies.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, go ahead and make a survival roll for flower time.
Flower time. Flower time is
Oh
the
my
best
goodness.
time.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so a couple of things happen. This is how this goes down. Y'all find a village. You sneak up on this village. It seems that they're involved in some sort of festival of some sort. It's just a genasi village. You don't see any signs of UNT. And in like Ari, I think like you even find like it seems that they've hidden this village a little bit here. Like it might be that they're technically pretty close to the UNT, but for some reason or other they haven't been taken over, though unlikely. So they might be trying to deliberately hide their village or something like that. But basically what y'all see is a couple of things in the immediate. You see a village like in the middle of a festival, so you see this genasi village. It seems a lot like the festival have a lot to do with like fire. So there's like people doing like like fire tricks, like various like flamethrower, fire breath sort of things with like oil, that sort of thing, right? Anything having to do with that. It looks like a lot like a Fire Nation village, right? Having some sort of festival. But they're Mesoamerican. But at the center of this village, you see a couple of things. Darius, you notice that there is a small. It's like actually no. I guess I should describe it the other way around. Y'all see a giant owl just in the center of this village. It's on like a big stone perch that seems to have been made like directly for it. And it's like, sitting on it like a bird would, it's perching. And it's just kind of like looking over the village as if it's like the lord of the village. Like it's like regally, like kind of like sitting there, like looking at his like peasants. Like that's what it looks like to you guys. And it seems like some of them are like even like coming over and like giving it offerings and stuff. There's like various food offerings in front of it. You see like random rodents that are being like given to it, like thrown at it, and it's like heart, scarfing them down. Around the owl's neck is an entire wreath made of flowers of the variety that
son of a gun.
The caretaker likes. It's those flowers. That's what you see.
Ooh, finally, signs of life, guys. It's been like 5 days.
Technically, we found life.
That means
to
that
kill
we
us.
can bring death.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm like turned to Rye. I'm like, what do you want to do?
I guess ask around.
I'll cast
Go
tongue.
interrupt the festival. What's up, guys?
I'll cast tongues on myself
Okay.
because I'm not wearing the cape in here.
So question. With that stealth roll,
Mm-hmm.
can I let them go in and then like me and Mickey hang behind and like be ready to like do something if something happens?
Sure, yeah. You can be on standby
We
here.
just like stealth like behind things and whatnot and just
yeah.
like make sure that they're good because we can't speak, they can't do anything.
Just, grab some leaves and just like yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Can you tell us to do this?
No, just me and Mickey stay
No,
behind.
but are you telling us to like go ahead and like?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, because I can't do anything. I can't speak to them. So I'm like, I might as well like have your back and like be ready to like shoot at something if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I think then I might pull out my pan flute and start playing a little ditty.
Right, you want to play the same ditty you've been using on these people.
Oh my goodness.
Worked well before.
Or maybe, so that's the thing, there's music going on.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just play along
You
with
just want to try
playing.
to play along with the music? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, make a performance check.
Would
it be with advantage?
I'm just gonna
since
laugh
it's
and get
kinda
another natural 20.
I don't know if it would be with advantage, because it honestly, it's like a tune he's not familiar with, so you have to like improvise on the spot
that's
sort of a
true.
thing. So,
Okay. Well,
yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh, what is wrong with you? Why do you always get such high rolls on these
Always.
performance checks?
You rolled a
because
19.
I be a boss.
I don't think you have rolled less than a 19 on a performance check for the last 4 times you've done it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
We
goodness.
cannot stifle Toity's talent.
You've missed your calling, Toity. You should just be back in the
I know, really.
in Europe being a concert
That's
flutist.
what
Flautist.
Navarro told me. But dang it, I wanted to be a diplomat.
Yeah. That was the real disagreement Navarro and you had. He was like, son, you have a talent. Don't squander it. And you were like, no, Dad, you don't know me. I want to do what I want to do.
It's like the opposite. Like, I don't want to be a diplomat. I want to be a musician, but the reverse.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so you just start playing along with the festival music. And now I know what track I'm going to make for this episode. Have the festival music going on here. Have a genasi folk tune. So this happens. I'm imagining, again, going with the Prince of Egypt vibes because I definitely just watched this movie. It's definitely like the whole, like, song in Hebrew where they're all like with the tambourines at the end, like after they've been delivered from Egypt. It's a lot of that vibe going on. They're all very happy and dancing.
Heaven's eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Great song. And then you just start playing this flute, pen of the panpipes rather, and you just walk in to the village. How are you like?
Are they dancing?
Yeah, they're all like dancing and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'll probably just like pop in, like, hey, I'll join them, or I'll go with them.
Just like
How weird this is. It's a tiny little person, another tiny person, and a demon. Kind of.
Wait, they don't have to come in dancing. I'm just doing it.
Yeah, did Darius and Raya just come behind him or what?
I mean, I'm definitely not dancing. I'm just gonna try and see if there's somebody kind of like walking around the village who I can just talk to.
Okay. I think this is what happens.
Darius is like definitely bobbing his head to the music, and his eyes are fixed on the flowers. Like he cannot turn his eyes away from them.
Yeah, dude, so many visions.
Tripping on those flowers.
Seriously.
Let me just smell all of them.
He's gotta get his fix.
Is that what's happening? He's slowly becoming addicted to the
Oh my gosh. No, that would be if he kept failing the wisdom saves.
Oh my god.
So yeah, what we see is Toity just randomly join in the dancing, playing his panpipes. And the thing is, like, I honestly think so. I think we get a couple of shots of some of these people obviously smoking something. And so I think literally they just accept it. Because they're like, man, we're so high right now. Like, what's this little dude doing here? It's just what is going on? This is awesome.
He doesn't have fire, and just
What's this little?
he hasn't grown into his fire yet.
Right? It's just like they just accept it. Like it's obvious they notice you.
No, it's like, dude, it's a dancing baby.
Yeah, we definitely get that moment. Yeah, we hear one of them say, "All hail the great owl, man." And you're just joining in the dancing. And they just accept it. And Raya and Darius, I mean, Raya, you're probably like, the thing is, like, all of them are either dancing or high out of their minds, or both. So
I'd rather find somebody who's high than dancing.
right, so you find like probably some like older dude. He's just like sitting on a rock, and he's just smoking something. And you walk up to him. What do you try to say?
Uncle?
How would they keep themselves secret when they're stoned?
What's the festival for?
Make a charisma save. That's what this is in the initial moment.
Charisma save.
Yeah. Oh man.
That plus 4.
That's true, but he's still an 11. So he looks at you, and you can tell he's having a bad trip right now, and he just looks at you, just like, oh. Demons, demons, and he just runs away from you.
I want to like.
This is the comedy episode.
We had a really heavy first half, and now we're gonna get some funny last half.
If he's running away, he's already having a bad trip. I would use thaumaturgy, like where he's running, and like make some ominous whispers for him.
Yeah. So what do you want to happen specifically?
I don't just make some ominous whispers. That's all around him.
So to mess with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he definitely, like, ends up, like, running into a wall or something and just, like, passing out. Just, like, eyes rolled back in his head.
Yeah,
think
so
Darius-
I'll just, like, move on.
I think
Yeah.
Darius is just like, maybe I should. Do you want me to?
And I think it's about that time where the music, like, stops, the song ends, and then, like, everyone's, like, cheering and, like shaking their maracas or whatever else they have, right? Like, whatever, like, percussion instruments they have, like, drums and stuff. There's, like doing a drum roll at the end. And then, like,
It's a skull with seeds in it.
yeah, the song ends, and then you see, like, more people start to notice that there's still just this on fire person just, like, standing there. How do you respond to the end of the song, Toity?
About. Thank you.
I mean, actually, so, like, what does it look like? Are people just, like, staring at me?
Yeah, they start to, like, kind of stare at you, and then, like, a couple of people are like, wait. They're starting to realize that you might be real.
Wait, actually,
Tony starts staring at himself like, what?
Did my weed smoke vision just take on intelligence and become sentient?
Okay, I thought there was something I could use that would
Become in peace.
that would make it better, but it would. So I'd just sit there and say, "Hello, Tlackanoli people of the."
My name's Toity.
No-
Hello, Tlackanoli!
No, of the what basin? The
Yoeli Basin.
Are you
Yeah,
ready to
basement.
smoke?
I have come here with a group of folk looking for your aid.
Yeah, and there's people just, like, murmuring everywhere. They're, like, not making any move to, like, attack you or, like, even being suspicious. It's just they're just confused. And they're all just kind of, like, clumping. Like, there's suddenly, like, a clearing around you where people are starting to, like, move away from you and, like, mutter and just, like, look at each other like, who in the what? What's happening? And, yeah, I guess, like, someone steps forward. We see a, let me roll something real quick. We see a young man. No, we see a child. That's what it is. It's like a young Tlackanoli boy, probably like 12 years old or something. And he has like a obvious, like, nobility sort of aristocracy. Something you've come to notice is, like, you know, means this guy is, like, pretty, this child is obviously important. Kind of, like, steps forward and his, like, amulets and stuff are jingling. And he has, like, you know, like, wrist bracelets, all this stuff, lots of gold and stuff. And he steps forward and he says, "Who are you, stranger?"
My name is Toiterus Logblossom. We have come here
That's
with
not
my
a
friend.
name.
Yes,
What
it
does
is-
log blossom mean, I wonder?
I understand. It is quite a silly name. Some even call me Toity, which in there, of course.
Exactly.
Which we
Yeah, and they all kind of just, like, looking at each other, muttering, and this child just kind of, like, folds his, he's like wearing, like, a robe too, and so he, like, folds his hands in front of him, kind of like, what's the word, austerely, and he says, "What brings you to our village?"
do I recognize that he's nobility?
I think you can guess by the manner that he's important at the very least. You can make a history check if you want to know more. Yeah.
Since everything stopped, I'd want to, like, start walking over backwards, like Toity is.
Okay, yeah. And then, yeah, the child, the little young boy, like, kind of, like, glances at you as you walk forward and says, "Do you know this, devil?"
Yes, I would. She's not quite a devil.
I just do, like, the proper, like, nobility greeting, like, from Africa, which who knows if it's the same thing here, but kind of just do, like, a very low, like, bow.
And I'll turn back and say, it's like, You're. Oh wait, what was I gonna say? Sire, we are here because we are in search of a specific group of Slakanoli. You see, we have come from the island just off the shore, and we have come upon some of your people actually, and we were trying to find their family. We have been in search of their family to seek their help.
And I want to cast, as he's saying that,
Okay.
I like want to step behind him and like stand up and touch his shoulder and cast guidance. If he's about to have to persuade
Right.
something.
Okay. I mean, they all
'Cause I
kind of
need
like.
more to my +10.
I think so. The guy, the child, like raises his hand and says, "Cease your incantation, devil." And you can continue if you want to, but like it doesn't last.
Right.
It doesn't. take that
I'll
long.
just say right. I think I have this. I'll say that in common, so still they don't hear me.
I just reply saying, yes, but this devil is civilized.
Yeah, you hear someone from the crowd just like laugh suddenly, and then like someone else just shuts down. Right. Yeah. Yeah, and sorry, what was the last thing you said, Toity?
I was like, right, I think I have this.
Yeah, so I stop and I just say, like, this
Right.
devil is civilized.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what was the.
He said what he asked what we're doing here.
And you said, oh, right, okay, yeah. So he says, you have come from the Isle of Solemn Graves, then.
Well, that's where we came from, but past that we've come from far across the sea.
And then the murmurs of the crowd that you've become familiar with start.
Why do you
across
bring
the
that up?
ocean.
Because they're gonna wonder, why don't you look like people we've seen before?
Yeah, but
then?
they could have explained that later. He didn't ask.
Yeah, so he kind of like raises an eyebrow, and then he says, my people have a long history of mistrusting people from across the ocean.
Yes, I know you have distrust with the former. What's the word I'm looking for? Guardian.
Just say betrayer.
I know you have had. We know you have had problems with the former betrayer, and we are. Believe me when I say we are doing our best to make up for everything that has happened because of that.
So you come from the same land that the betrayer came from. Is that what I'm hearing?
Did we technically? I don't actually know that.
I just say I don't think so.
We don't
I
actually
don't know where he came from.
We
don't
never asked him.
actually-
You could probably you could just ask him, but
Where
I
are
mean,
you
I'm not
from?
gonna
Pulling out the orb right now would probably be a bad idea.
Yeah,
We
so I
don't-
just say I don't know where exactly he came from. I think by looking at me, you can tell that at least I don't come from any of the same place that he did.
I think you can clearly. You could probably take that from any of us, to be honest.
sir.
'Cause
Yeah,
we don't.
technically, none of you
look
are actually from Spain, so even if Isaac came from Spain, that's not yeah. Yeah, so I think he says, why should we trust you, travelers? You may bring danger with you, and danger is not something we need in times like these.
Believe me, we do not seek danger. We only seek the best for your kind.
Ugh.
What, Jordan, were you gonna say something?
I had a thought of how we can try to get them to trust us.
Okay, pulling out the fire mask might make them trust us less.
No. I
Okay.
was gonna say I was going to show them deliverance.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Pulling out a weapon might not mean.
No,
great.
deliverance,
I mean-
not
No,
temperance.
the sandals.
The sandals.
Oh, the sandals! Right.
I mean, can't they see the
I
sandals?
mean, yeah,
There's-
but like it's just like sandals offhand. Like you'd have to be someone. Kabeel noticed it because he's Kabeel. I mean, he was Kabeel. He was dead.
he just knew everything.
If you wanted to speak up, Jordan, I probably would.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the last thing? Oh, why should we trust
Right,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, you might bring danger, and we don't need danger now.
I am your deliverance.
You may not choose to trust us, but deliverance certainly has. And Darius kind of like side lifts his foot and shows them deliverance.
Okay, yeah. It's never graceful way. There's hardly a graceful way to show someone a sandal while you're wearing it, but yeah. You can do that if you want to.
What would there isn't a graceful way?
You could just jump.
Yeah.
That's true. You could just jump too.
Yeah, I think so. He says, but deliverance basically like deliverance has chosen to trust me, and he like jumps, and we hear the gong, and he does like a backflip and lands in the same spot.
I found the gong sound, by the way. I know what it sounds like. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think with that, go ahead and make a persuasion check, Toity, with advantage. And we'll see how he responds after this.
Oh my god!
Oh! Booyah!
Yeah. All right, well, you know what I should just do? I should just have you meet Sheev the Jade Skirt, and you can just roll a persuasion on her, and then there you go. The campaign's over.
That sounds good.
No.
Past that, after he did that, I would say, look, I would not very well tell you we came across the sea knowing what has happened in your past without... I would not be...
honest about it.
Like, I tell you we come across the sea knowing very well your problems you had with the betrayer because I want you to trust me. I want to be honest.
Yeah, and I think everyone's just kind of like still... I think the muttering has like grown quieter and quieter, and they like look at everybody like, whoa, wait a second, deliverance? And there's people like kind of starting to sink in. And then the child, I think he just like stares at you for a long moment. And then he says, "Deliverance!" And then everyone just freaks out and just starts dancing and like craziness, right? It was literally, he says it as if he was like a rock star at a concert. He just like almost does whatever the like gestures for like this would be. Like he just says, "Deliverance!" Like that sort of thing, right?
Oh my god.
Does music
Okay,
start
at
playing?
this point, I want to come down. I'm like, okay, clearly, like, this is fine.
Yeah, and literally it's just like all like a bunch of like genasi women come over to you, Toity, and just like hop are like fawning over you, and then some men come over and like put you on their shoulders, and same with you, Darius. I think they don't do it with you, Raya, because they're still a little creeped out by you, but they just start like
Perfectly fine with me.
prancing you around, like. Yeah, how do you respond?
I probably like,
oh, I'm not used to other people picking me up.
You're used to doing the carrying.
And there are some like as they're like it's like bar mitzvah style, like carrying you around the like crowd. So like a bunch of people are just like touching your sandals, Darius, and like like oh my gosh, what?
Yes, they're very shiny, and
So yeah, Ari and Miggy walk in on this.
I want to cast Speak with Animals and talk to the owl.
Oh, do you?
I was wondering if that would happen.
So yeah, I want to take like 10 minutes like to cast Speak with. I think maybe I'm doing that as like this is happening, like I'm whispering it like underneath my breath, like to get ready.
Okay, yeah. So the owl looks like this, by the way. It has, so as you get closer, I think you can see this. It has like a little weird like
so
gemstone, like in the like you know, middle of its forehead, and it's like slightly burning with blue flame.
That's cool.
Interesting.
that's superb.
I'm just like, well, this is
The superb owl.
He's the super owl.
Super.
How is Mickey reacting to this, by the way? I'm just curious.
What'd you say?
How's Mickey reacting to this? I'm just curious.
He's just like, Toity's done it again.
I told him he'd be invaluable in this effort. I don't know why he doesn't believe me.
I mean, you just
Anyway,
tried
I'm
to
gonna
kill
talk
him.
to that
but-
owl, see if I can find out anything.
Yeah, okay, so you cast Speak with Animals. What do you say?
Greetings.
You just walk over to the owl. So as this like party is going on, we just see Ari and Miggy walk up to this big owl. It kind of like cocks his head at you, and you just say, "Greetings."
You're like, stop.
How? And yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Do I need to write that one down?
Yes, yeah.
That one
Okay.
didn't change any lyrics though.
It went
No.
from who to who. It's a visual pun,
It's a
not
visual pun,
story.
Yeah. But yeah, so, you say that, and then like the owl just kind of like looking at you, and then it speaks in primordial, so anyone who's nearby hears this. But like it's obviously not an animal.
Darn it.
Yeah, it says, would someone please tell me why this strange woman is speaking to me? And the child from earlier like steps up and says, oh, of course, great lord. I am not aware of the words that she speaks. I cannot understand them myself. And then
It just sounds like, "Whoo, ha, ha."
yeah, exactly. So he like gestures for like Toity to like for the people to like bring Toity over here.
I'm like crowd surfing over there.
Exactly, yeah. And then you get down, and then he says, "I'm sorry, I cannot understand your friend, but it seems that she is trying to commune with the great owl."
Oh,
I just wanted to see like what I mean. I thought it was. I'm just turned to 20. I'm like, I thought maybe it was an animal. I thought maybe I could talk to it.
apparently not. And I turned and was like, "Hello, great owl," and give a bow.
Hello, young master. What brings you to my village?
I think what's going on with Darius are people like letting him get down, or is he a little preoccupied with the crowd surfing and the sandal touching?
You can probably try to get down if you want to.
Yeah.
Make a charisma check. Make a persuasion check. That's basically what this is. You're just trying to like.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, you're just trying to like be like, hey, crowd, can you put me down, please, real quick? Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can walk over too.
So,
Everybody's
yeah.
over by the Great Owl now, and everybody's like just still like dancing in the background, like.
So I'll say like, "Great owl, we are in search of a specific group of Tlacanoli people somewhere here in the Yulotli Basin."
So what you just said was we're searching for a group of flame people.
True, yeah.
People of the flame people. But yeah, so you're telling to the owl.
Yes, because you asked what we're doing here.
Right, okay. Yeah, so he kind of like spreads out his wings, like almost as if he's yawning. He's just like, or stretching rather, right? Like, interesting. Do I know this particular sect of Tlacanoli? Maybe we could be of assistance.
That would be of great help. Give me a second. So we're speaking primordial. Okay. I'm just taking notes as we go. Yes, for starters, we are looking for a family of a certain Itokale. Would you happen to know them?
Roll a d20 for me.
Dang luck rolls.
Luck,
Yep.
luck.
Okay, yeah. So the child I think nods and says, I have heard of one known as Itakali. Are you referring to the priestess of Shabalba?
Yes, that very one. We met her back on the island, and we have been looking for her sister, I believe.
Interesting. We know of Itakali only because she passed through our village on her way to some place that she did not mention. It seems she was on a quest of some sort, probably for her god. You've met her?
Yes, we have met her.
How did she fare? Did her journey end well?
I am afraid to say it did not.
Ah, that is unfortunate. And then the owl basically says, ah, is that who that was? I didn't really know what she was here for.
I roll something just like see what's up with this owl. I'm just like, why is this not just a regular
Yeah,
animal?
you want to make a Arcana check, I think?
Why did this owl not who back at
It could be nature.
Well, the thing is, like, the problem is it's not a natural animal, right?
Fine.
Nature check would just say, like, yep, it's not an owl.
13.
Yeah, so your guess, Ari, is that it's a fae of some sort.
Oh.
right? Because they're close to the natural world, but it's like, yeah, some sort of like owl spirit fae thing or some of some sort, right?
Okay, I'm just like, I see you.
I see you. I see you.
I think Darius.
And I gather that's why they're worshiping it, because it's a
Yeah,
fae.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I think Darius.
So I just turned to Toity and I'm like, the owl's a fae, by the way. Probably why they're
you want
worshiping
to
it.
know.
Just so you know. I'm just like, hey, Miggy, do you think they have drinks here?
Sorry, Chase was touching base with me on birthday plans. So
Chase touching base.
Sorry, what
I'm just like, do you think they have alcohol here?
I guess he kind of like looks around. He's like, they certainly have something here.
Well, shall we?
Sure, yeah.
Nothing we can do.
It's New Year's Eve after all.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You just want to go get wasted with Miggy?
I don't know. I think
it
I
is
just
not.
just not necessarily wasted, but you know.
I want to like
wasted.
smell the
It
things,
is
like figure out
fried.
what they are.
Oh, okay. So you want?
Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna bake out and make out.
Wow. 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 All right, so
I'm a
Toity
little
just
impressed.
the owl bites Toity's head off.
It would be the first time someone bit my head off.
It wouldn't be the first time someone bit Toity's head off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened, but okay.
I mean, I think I want to find if I can find anything useful, because I can tell these people are high, and I'm like, I wonder if I could use that somehow.
Okay, so you want to investigate? Okay, yeah, make a nature check.
You're gonna rob the people who are currently helping us.
No, not
No,
Rob.
just
I'm
like-
sure they're offering us things, aren't they?
This is the drug episode, so
So you said a nature check?
yeah, nature check.
Okay.
This is you look in the book. This is the one we want to use to get.
Oh man.
Yeah,
This is
it's
like-
I mean, so this is the new world, right? So, I mean, let's wait a second. So, does marijuana exist anywhere in?
Peyote.
Well,
Yeah, it's true, peyote.
Well, that's no. So, what I'm asking is, like, what kind of drugs exist in Europe, and what kind of what is the drug
yeah,
that?
I don't know. Especially at this time.
European
Exactly.
drugs.
That's definitely what I'm looking at right now, but it's
Um,
not helping me at all.
Opium.
Yeah, opium was the thing for sure. Mesoamerican drugs.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Google
You're
search
searching that in
peyote,
incognito mode,
peyote.
right?
Yeah, so that's what it is, right? It's so you have some hallucinogenic mushrooms, which are called Tiona Nakatol, some peyote, the seeds of Olaluiqui. So yeah, there's like seeds, mushrooms, and then peyote.
Okay, so I basically know that these things will get you high.
That's all you know. You also don't know because they've already like processed or not processed them. But
That's fine.
them
I would
into
like
whatever.
to take
You
some.
just wanna
Not
take
like
some?
ingest some, just like take
yes, I
some.
mean they're offering them to you, so you can just like pocket some. Yeah, for sure.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think so. I'm gonna make a roll for Miggy to see if he can understand anything more about them
Okay.
because he knows nature stuff too. See if he read that book more than you did.
I mean, it's true. He probably has more book knowledge than I
Exactly.
do about nature than...
Oh yes, this is Cannabis Northern Lights. I see. No. Can't open the character sheet. Hallucinogenic drugs in pre-Columbian Mesoamerican cultures. Ooh, there's also the toad skins. You could like,
Oh, of course.
yeah, the hallucinogenic toads. Forgot about them.
Hypnotoad.
There's also medicine toads.
Yes. Okay, so nature check for Mickey. Here we go. Nope. He knows even less than you do. I mean, I think
Maybe because he's already baked.
so. If you're okay, so the thing is, if you're not gonna take any, he doesn't take any. So he just
No, I'm not going to
pockets
take
them.
them.
Yeah, he pockets them like you do.
I'm on the job. I'm not unprofessional.
Right. He's very intrigued by this whole situation. But yeah, so we get that little short little like thing of you guys like talking with the people who are trying to like shove drugs in your face, like yeah, take the drugs, do it.
Peer
I'm
pressure.
just like,
Are they
Peer pressure.
are they coming towards me at all with drugs?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I'll take some.
Oh no.
oh no.
And this is how
This is
Raya
how
started
Raya
to-
becomes a drug addict.
So
No,
she
no,
has
this
to numb
is
the pain.
this is how
That's
she
the
this is how
problem,
she
though.
unlocks
She's
people.
already numb. She doesn't need more numbness.
This is how she unlocks people. She no harm.
I did mention that there were certain poultices that could enhance the abilities.
She's enhancing her abilities, bro.
Okay, so like at the end of the episode, I totally like see Akashi like, okay, like just experimenting with some
Yeah,
stuff.
he's like, oh,
maybe,
wow.
maybe if I like light this on fire or something, it's like oh, maybe he's trying to make the fire potion and he lights one on fire and he's like, oh,
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, we just see Akashi discover the same drugs.
He goes,
These
oh,
color.
oh.
And then we see him. Okay. Anyway, so Raya, how much drugs are you taking?
How much are they offering?
How much drugs?
As much as you want.
Okay, no. I don't want Raya to take any
You
drugs.
wanna make
I'm
a
like,
perception check?
no.
She's injecting all the
Are
marijuana.
you
drugs
paying
are
attention
you
to Raya
taking?
right now?
Huh?
Are you paying attention to Raya right now?
I mean, I think it's in the corner of my eye at least.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you see Raya like.
I mean, if they're like smoking something, maybe I just like.
Yeah,
take
and
a
one of
hit
them
whatever
offers
they're
you the same
smoking.
pipe to smoke from, right? Like-
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Makes you feel pretty.
that's fine. But don't take like copious amounts of drugs or else I'll just swat them out of your hands. I'm like, no.
So that's the question, right? Like, does Raya continue to smoke the drugs?
Do I feel anything?
Yeah. You feel pretty good. You honestly feel like it's actually helping the numbers.
Then yes, I would continue
No.
taking the drug.
I just like swat it out of her hands. I'm like,
we
Raya,
see
stop.
Ari like make her way through the crowd and then like go over and like swat it out of her hand. Yeah.
Terra Nullius does not condone drug use.
No, don't worry, we'll have that at the very end of the episode. We'll have Raya come out and be like, "Don't take drugs, kids." This is
I just kind of turn towards Ari and I'm like, what'd you do that for?
Don't take those. We don't know what they can do to you. You don't, Raya.
You're harshing my vibes, bro.
No, one of the people who were just like giving her the pipe, right? Just says they make you feel great. That's what they do. Don't worry about it.
well,
And I
he
say
doesn't.
back
He
to
can't
him.
understand. Oh,
Well,
he
wait, they
cannot-
can't understand
Oh, that's
us.
true. You can't
Yeah.
understand you. Yeah,
Common.
you're right. You're right. Never
But she
mind.
saw him knock him out of the hand.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
turned
true.
to the
He said
guy
something along those
who-
lines, right?
Whoever like handed it to me, and I was like, I'm sorry about my friend. If I can call her that now.
Now, because I swatted drugs out of your
Yeah,
hands.
I mean, I'm not gonna
He just shakes his head like, I get you, man. I get you.
look. I'm just trying to relate to these village people.
Raya,
By
don't.
taking copious amounts of drugs.
It's just not smart. Okay, we don't know what they could do to you, and it's just don't, please.
You know what this is like? This is like missionary dating, except with drugs.
What?
No,
It's
I mean,
like-
it's like peer
It's like the
pressure, right?
concept
Like,
of missionary dating, where it's like,
I mean, I'm completely lying to Ari. I just
Yeah,
want
that
to take
the issue
drugs
is that's
and
not
feel-
why she's taking.
Yeah,
I know,
mean,
I
it's
know.
totally lying.
Yeah.
And I just kind of go, whatever.
But is the
Not-
reason that people missionary date really to convert people?
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm,
And I just kind of like try and go up and find another person who would be able to.
I'm like right behind you. I'm like, no.
do you want to try to lose Ari, Raya?
Yeah.
You can't stealth away from me.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
what would you
There
try
should
to
be
do
a-
to lose her, right, in the crowd or whatever? Like, try to get her to do
I
something
just try and get in a really big crowd of people.
Can I ask a question that like the party might be frustrated for me asking?
else. Yeah, sure.
What?
Where's Buck?
Oh,
Just
he's just
around.
flying around.
Okay. All right, fine.
He's always just kind of
he's getting
around.
wasted on drugs. That's-
I mean,
I
you
was
can
gonna say
always,
he's actually above the thing, and he's like smelling all of
He's just getting high on all the fumes.
Secondhand,
yeah, I mean,
That's probably like
secondhand toke. Oh man.
Raya could always tell the Tlacanoli to just surround Ari.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
what I was about to say. I can just say in Primordial. I just want to say in Primordial, kind of be like, hey, this one's trying to
Harsh
bring
my
down
mind.
the party. Can you guys help?
Okay, yeah. Ari, make an athletics check to try to push through this crowd as they try to like keep you away from Raya.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
up?
Okay. Yeah. Ari,
Nobody's
gets
gonna
you.
keep me from doing my job.
Yep.
Such a buzzkill.
Ugh.
Party
Exactly.
foul, bro.
It's a buzz kill. You're killing the buzz. Is that where that comes from?
Maybe.
Wanna
It
get
must be.
buzzed.
Yeah. So
I just want to get drunk.
Ari,
I just
do you
want to
want
like grab her by the arm and just
drag
be
her
like,
away?
stop, knock it off.
Yeah.
Raya.
Look, I did you a big favor. Can you just let me have this one?
Is that why you're doing it?
There's lots of reasons why. Just
Raya, I know what it means to feel numb and to want something that feels good. But we have a job to do. Just because these people seem friendly, that doesn't mean that your life isn't in danger.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole world's in danger, and it's kind of on my shoulders to try and fix it. So, can you let me have an hour?
Should she make a persuasion check?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. 14.
Persuade.
I think she just like takes your hand and like swats it down and just walks off.
Yeah, so I think Miggy stays behind, right? Because he was like kind of trailing Ari. And he kind of like looks at you, Raya. And he raises one eyebrow. And I think you know instantly what he's implying here. He's like, Raya, I was like this.
That's what I was about to be like. Mickey, stop! Don't even.
He doesn't say anything. He just gives you that look. So you say don't even? Yeah, like.
Yeah.
He walks up to you, and he says, "Stop. Stop being so pathetic, Raya. Of course you have issues. Do you really think this is gonna help?"
Does he say it to me harshly like that?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I just start crying.
Oh no!
Oh. Oh.
I mean, yeah, he has this weird like mix of emotions on his face where he's like, I don't want to like break like character here. Like I don't want to like let you know that you've affected me by this, but he's obviously affected by it. He's trying to like be like tough love sort of a thing here.
It's like parenting dad moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just start crying and like I'm just like kind of trying to make my way out of the village.
Okay. I think he like grabs your arm, tries to like catch up with you and grab your arm. And he says, "Raya, just talk to us."
What do you want? You don't want me to do anything here, so I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
Anywhere but here. This is what you wanted. You want me to stop, so I'm stopping.
Raya, talk to me. What is going on? You're not acting like yourself.
There's nobody who can help.
You haven't even tried. We're all here. We've been here the entire time.
It's this orb. There's no one who can help. I am the one who has to do this. I had to make my choices to get here, and now I have to do this. And there's nothing that anybody can do. So I was just trying to forget for a second. But I guess I'm not allowed to do that either.
Man, like, yeah, I'm trying to think of how you respond to that. So you're just gonna wander off into the jungle?
I want to point out that Darius has been witnessing this whole thing.
Okay,
Like, kind
yeah.
of been watching in the background the whole time.
Technically, we're still in a conversation with the owl. We're like still technically in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Darius has definitely like been
Sure.
keeping like a mind on that. But yeah.
Yeah, so he says, what are you going to do, wander off into the jungle?
No, I'm not wandering off into the jungle. I'm just trying to get away. I'm just literally just stepping outside, like stepping out, just away from the crowd.
And I think he thinks about something for a moment, and he reaches into his like pack, and he pulls out like a small book, and kind of just hands it to you, and he says, I know what it's like to want to forget, but trust me, killing your body isn't going to help that.
Yeah, but killing my mind might.
Okay, he's concerned by that. Have you taken the book? He's like offered it to you.
I mean, I guess I'll take it and look at what it is.
Yeah, it's a romance novel.
And that's not killing your mind.
Well, so that's the thing. So he looks like really concerned, and he's like, Raya, I'm not going to try to fix anything. I don't know if I even could. But please don't try to do this alone. Please. I'll leave now, if that's what you want. Just... And he just kind of shrugs like he doesn't know what else to say.
I'll just open the book and kind of like sit against a tree.
Just like nearby, or like...
Yeah, like nearby. And then I like open it to the first page, but I'm not reading it at all.
Okay.
Just like staring at it.
Yeah. And you haven't told him to like leave, or like he's just kind of like standing there? Okay. I think he just goes over next to you, puts his pack on the ground, and just kind of like leans against it like you're leaning on the tree. Just sitting there with you. Not saying anything.
Just kind of flip pages every once in a while.
But like you're obviously not reading it, yeah.
Definitely not reading it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Wow. You can go from drug rave to intense emotional conversation in 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you hold an intervention, and interventions are always emotional.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
I did not mean for that to go like so serious. I was just like, just don't do the
Don't do
drugs.
drugs.
Just don't do drugs. And she was like, no, I have to do drugs.
I have to forget the pain.
I knew
I
the
finally
moment.
found something that I can do.
I knew the moment that Ari was going to try to stop her. I'm like, oh, this is going to go somewhere. Something's about to happen. I don't know what.
Yeah.
The problem is that Ari doesn't even cope with her own crap very well. So she's just like,
I was gonna say it was kind of funny for all that to happen right after Ari and Miggy took some drugs for themselves.
I mean, I mostly want to take them to like see if they'll be useful later. You know, like
They will be.
Oh my gosh, Raya's gonna dig into your packs and smoke the drugs.
So we have Raya addicted to the drugs, Darius addicted to the flowers.
Nah, he's not addicted to the flowers.
Okay.
They're just important. So anyway, yeah, going back to the conversation that Toity and Darius were having with...
We just mentioned Itokali and how they saw her walk through.
Well, no, yeah, and then they said, like, how is she faring? And you said, like, no, she
Yeah.
didn't reach a good end. And that was basically the end of that thread of
Um,
conversation. So you were saying, like, so he basically says, like, I don't know anything more. The child, who his name is Tizoc, by the way, Tizoc. He basically says, like, I don't know anything else. He was just like a wanderer that came through our village.
Give me a second. Tazak. Well, do you know of any other nearby local
I guess it
villages?
would be Tizoc because of how the way I's are pronounced.
Yeah.
Do you know any of any other nearby villages, perhaps like in what's the word I'm looking for? Fortresses of sorts?
Yeah, I mean, I think he says, well, you are very close to entering the domain of the Seven Serpents. Arendira, the Radiant Unmaker in particular. There are plenty of fortifications in her realm.
But specifically of Tlacanoli.
I know of no such fortress. They would be burned to the ground. The Tlacanoli are slaves. Only the great owl here protects us from their watchful gaze.
Really? Interesting.
And the great owl kind of like stretches again, like, yeah, no, I'm pretty great.
I have questions whenever Toity's.
Go ahead. I want to ask him about the Cult of the Dying Flame, but if you have other things.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a ton of stuff, so I'd be better off.
Oh, okay.
after you're done.
Well,
like a ton of stuff.
I guess on that note, do you know anything of the Cult of the Dying Flame? I was saving this for last because this one might go. You never know how this is.
Let me make a check
Yeah, sure.
for he kind of shrugs and he says, who has not heard of the Cult of the Dying Flame? But as their name implies, they are a dying flame. I have not heard of their endeavors in some years now.
Rats.
And I think the great owl says, he says, or no, I think Tizoc says, if there is information that you wish to seek, if there's information that you wish, and you have, as of yet, been unlucky in obtaining it, there may be a way that we can give you what you seek.
Oh, really?
And he kind of looks at the great owl, and he says, our great owl, of course, has many mystical abilities at his disposal. If maybe there is, if you allowed him to touch your mind, maybe he could commune with, maybe not commune. He says, if you allowed him to touch your mind, he may be able to expand it, help you to seek this information that you need.
I turned to Darius on this. I'm like, I don't know what to do with that.
And yeah, and the great owl says, like, I would be happy to lend assistance. You have given our people much hope. We have not had hope in a long time. Deliverance will come. And now I know that I will live to see it, and not leave my people to die.
Toity. And Darius says this to Toity in common. Toity, if anybody's mind should be touched, I have a feeling that it should be mine. And that we should be ready to leave. Not run, but leave. In the event, let me think. We should be ready to have to leave this village afterward.
By all means. By all means. I'll say like, oh great owl, if you do not mind, I would like to defer on those matters to my friend here. Darius.
And Darius kind of steps forward and bows.
Ah, the deliverer himself. A pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, great owl.
Yeah, and so the owl kind of like leans forward. And you see the little like thing on his head, and he says, "Touch the stone, deliverer."
Darius reaches out a hand and like touches the stone with his the tip of his middle finger.
Okay, yeah. Make a wisdom save. Everyone's favorite save.
Oh wait, what am I saying? Darius is fine with wisdom saves. Oh yeah, +4 also, by the way.
Oh, apparently not.
Nice. Okay, cool. You fail. So this is what
I'm great at rolling too.
happens. Darius, as you're leaning forward, you go to touch the stone. You catch a whiff of the fragrance of the flowers because he's leaning forward with the wreath. And what we see is let me think about the way these two magics will mix here.
Oh no.
You know what I'm gonna do?
We're not gonna cut there.
We're gonna cut there.
No, don't cut there.
That's the
Things I
cliffhanger.
wanted to do. Dang it!
Oh my gosh! Freaking Caleb.
I swear. There was a
It's 11:07,
conversation
guys.
Darius needed to have with Raya. There were conversations that Darius needed to have with the stupid owl.
So, yep, that's what happens. You touch this. We see you sniff in, right? Like smell the fragrance of these flowers. And
That's
then
just Caleb's lazy way of saying, I need a week to think about
I
this."
do. I don't know. I want to make this good.
I should have touched
You make
it.
everything good. Like, I don't
I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I just don't like. I think that's the best place to
it's
end
the
it,
best
right?
point to
It
end
is.
it.
It is.
So we just get a close-up shot on Darius's face as his eyes widen. The classic shot. And we've seen this so many times before. And we cut there. We get the
I just
Terra
don't
Nullius
like
end credits.
leaving Ari pissed off because then I have to be pissed off at the beginning of the session, and I don't like being pissed off at the beginning of the session.
Yeah, fair. So we get the end credits, right? We get this whole thing. And I think we get one last shot. One last shot. At the end of this. We get a flashback. We see you guys breaking camp earlier this morning. We see Toity rolling up his bedroll. And we see the floor underneath his bedroll is blank. There's no symbol there. But as he is rolling it up, he doesn't notice, but we notice as the audience that the jaguar symbol has impressed itself on the bottom of his bedroll.
No.
And that's the last
No.
thing we see. Cool. Let's do goals, guys.
Okay.
Well, I definitely didn't do enough to level up, which is super disappointing, but that's okay.
If it's any consolation, I didn't do anything. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
You
That's
found a flower.
You did
I
find
found a flower.
Yeah.
I found a single No, I found a bunch of flowers. I got one flower.
yeah, so Toity.
Give me a second.
My goal should have been become really, really depressing.
Become what?
Become more depressed.
So I think my first goal, we didn't find Itokale's sister, but we found out more about Itokale-ish. We found out we're close.
Yeah, no, you learned more for sure. Yeah, you're working towards it.
Definitely working on making a name for myself on the mainland.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Seriously, man.
Third goal, I don't know. What do you think?
Yes, but not because of that conversation that we're thinking of.
Okay.
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to message you real quick about the continuity of that. I
Yeah.
was curious about it.
Me too.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, cool. So you have worked on. Well, okay. I guess you completed the third goal and then worked on the first two goals, and then obviously worked on the party goal. So you get.
Because that goal is changing now, just so you know.
Yeah, got it. $1,800.
Ah, so close.
Yeah.
So close. Literally, I'm 150 away.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's so close. Raya?
I was too depressed to teach Darius anything.
That's true. Yeah.
I found out more stuff from the orb.
You did?
And I worked on talking to Sabu more.
Yep.
And then I guess the party goal.
Mm-hmm. You get 1,100 XP.
No!
Oh.
I am 46 away.
None of us are leveling up today.
Well,
46.
let's see here.
my
Ari, what are your goals? Because if all y'all are like real close, I might just give it to
fulfill
you.
my contract with Lord Navarro.
Working on that, yeah.
I got a great survival roll.
You did. You did.
I trained Mickey. I did that, and I did not learn anything about the Earth size.
It's true. Yeah. But you're working on the party goal, so you get 1050.
I don't think I'm nearly as. I don't think I'm as close as you guys. Okay. Let's see here. 32.
Yeah, I'm 147.
46
Yeah,
away.
I'm like
Ridiculous.
700 away.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not gonna give Ari 700 more XP.
I just freaking wish I.
It's just because all my goals are pretty simple, so I just
Yeah.
don't get a whole lot.
Once Ari leaves the party, she'll level up like crazy because she'll.
Oh yeah, I'll just be like, bye guys,
Fill the
my
contract.
contract's over.
I'm gonna be a level 12 boss in the jungle by myself. Yeah, Darius.
Learn more about how someone becomes the god of death. Didn't make any progress on that.
You were
Yeah.
close to, but then the ending happened.
Yeah.
I should have let you go first.
What does the I don't suppose the scene with the flowers counts toward learning how someone becomes the god of death. It probably doesn't. Find more of the caretaker's flowers.
Yep, you did that.
Oh yeah.
You
Learn
found
more
7?
about learn more about the caretaker. Who was he? And I did get a vision. I don't know.
Or wait, say that again.
I got the vision.
Oh, learn more
from
about the
flowers.
caretaker. Of course, yeah.
Learn more about the
Yeah.
caretaker. Who was he?
You realized that he loved sports, and he had a sister,
Wow.
and they
he's a real
invented
person.
the paddle version of the sport. You learn interesting things. You didn't learn the most important thing from that little exchange,
Yes.
but
And then the party goal, if I've worked toward that at all.
yeah.
I'm gonna be so mad if Jordan levels up right now.
Oh my gosh.
I think all of
I
us
know.
will be.
You get 2,000.
You guys can hate me now.
Oh my
I am 46 away.
I'm like,
so
guys,
upset.
I needed 1,100, and when I heard that,
I got it.
that you got it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get like 1,090 or something.
Nope. Yeah, 2,000, dude.
So the one character that's died is ahead of all of us.
Yeah.
What's frustrating is I worked on all 3 goals and the party goal, completed one of them.
Honestly, I'm not sure how Darius is ahead of you.
I'm not sure either.
There must have been one session or two that you just didn't.
Once
Because
I
I've
find-
had a lot of like big completions because of caretaker
Yeah,
stuff.
see, I've had
That's
all
true.
like minor completions on my goals.
Once,
Yeah.
See, that's
One-
yeah.
once I find Itakale's sister,
You will level up like crazy.
Once Darius can read, man.
Yeah. Raya will. I think we talked about this, right? Once you
Yeah.
teach Darius how to read, you're
Darius
just
is
going to
going
go
to
to level 20.
learn how to read, and I'm immediately going to be level 20.
Yep.
once I finish completing Miggy's training,
Yeah.
he'll like get to where you guys are, and then I'll just jump right up.
You'll just feel like, bye everybody. Sure.
Such a good teacher.
That I learned more than you did. Because I got all this XP.
I know exactly who the caretaker is and why he was the god. Basically, as soon as I know everything in the lore
I mean,
of
that's
the
like
game-
an end of campaign sort of goal, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. So I'll hit level 20, and then.
So Miggy didn't work towards like any of his goals.
Oh, I need to look at those again. Yeah, let me double check that.
But I technically
He
am
didn't
not
roll
level.
anything to help me. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So do I
I probably should have though. I really should have made a roll there to see how that went.
You did make a roll with Miggy and Raya, didn't you?
I don't think I did.
was Miggy and
with
Ari.
Oh, right,
It was-
right.
yeah.
Well,
Which he failed.
But I feel like he, and even though yeah,
I know.
it has to be
It's
a
hard.
roll, but it feels like he was working on it.
I would give him XP for it.
Okay, yeah, sure, if you're okay with that.
so I technically don't level up yet, though. I don't actually level up yet because we haven't.
Oh yeah,
taken the
you
bullet.
You
don't.
haven't long rested.
You haven't long rested, yeah.
So if I help Darius read, can I level up once we sleep? If I help Darius read
Wait.
during the day?
Wait.
Oh.
Isn't that something that?
You know, I feel like I would be a total jerk face if I didn't let you do that. But so this is my question for you, Emily. Do you think Raya would have done that?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's
Despite
like
the
if next session, at some point during the session, if I help him read, would I be able to level up
I see what you're
In
saying.
the middle of the session.
during the session or no?
No, because we do goals at the end. So this is actually an interesting question. So because we're doing XP differently, I might just let you level up, Darius, just now, and not have it be a long rest because of the way we're doing XP. Is at the beginning and end of sessions is when we do that. And long rests haven't been as important. So I think I'm totally okay with you just leveling up in between sessions here.
Especially when long rests happen so often now.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
gonna be so. It's gonna be so handy now
And
that
we
I
will
failed
probably,
my wisdom
as soon as
save.
this is over, we will probably long rest in the village.
Exactly. It's not gonna
Depending on what happens.
But I'm also gonna give you a little bit of leeway just in case whatever is gonna happen with his craziness, just in case you need to make some rolls, give it a little boost.
Excellent. There's going to be distraction. I can get drugs.
A whole crazy thing is gonna happen, and then I just realized what it is. Oh, I know what it is now. I know what it is.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can we continue?
Let's
this?
just keep going.
No? I can help Darius read for a second, and then I can level up too.
I mean, it's literally 11:19.
I mean,
it's
we
12:19.
do usually do the
I mean,
Avatar
it's
podcast.
9:19 here.
It's up to Seth.
Seth is the one that normally.
I do have to work in the morning.
Yeah.
No,
I can't
well,
go
let's-
for another hour.
It would be another hour. Let's at least let's start next session with it. I think it will be a cool climatic thing.
Especially since I have to talk with Caleb about something.
That's true. So we didn't. What were we just talking about? Oh, Miggy's goals. That's what we were doing. But so for there was something else we were just talking about. What was it?
It was leveling up Jordan.
Yeah, you're fine to do that. Were we just talking about something else though? I'm trying to remember.
drugs.
What? Oh, drugs.
What?
Yeah. Right. This crazy thing is gonna happen, and then Raya's just gonna use it as an excuse to just go get wasted on drugs. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Awesome. Good job.
Wow, this session just wow.
You know,
It's been a
when
weird one.
It has. It's been a very
Oh,
interesting.
and guys, guess what it is? It's an ability score improvement.
I know.
Nice.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah, 8 is a pretty good level. Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Are we all good for next Thursday?
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
that a thing?
Should be. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Unless the world explodes.
I mean, yeah. There's a lot of other things would happen as well as not having
nope,
turnover.
just that one thing. That's the only thing that would prevent me.
Cool. Well, there you go. That is Terra Nullius, episode 31. We'll continue our big New Year's Eve drug party rave extravaganza next time. I have some other things planned that I'm pretty. Once I just realize what's gonna happen next time, it's gonna be real good. It's gonna be kind of horrible in so many ways, but it's gonna be good. Yep.
So the whole campaign.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done. So yeah, that's Terra Nullius. We'll be back next week with more gothic, drug raving craziness, demon. Yeah, all that.
I'm so glad I have calm emotions.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're out. Bye.
Bye.